2 home games, 2 wins.
Yeah, obviously, listen, it would have been nice if we got something on our travels, but we didn't. So there's no point dwelling on it and looking back. It was about the lads tonight and the character that they showed and the togetherness that they showed, the fitness levels that they showed, the endeavour that they showed, and the goal and the clean sheet that they showed as a group. And I think one or two people might have doubted themselves, or one or two people might have doubted the group. I didn't. I know how good they're going to be. And tonight was a tough game against a good Ilkeston side. I know I'd have won 3 from 3, quick on the break, great movement, but so are we. So are we. And for me, the results were really pleasing, but the performance, the ability, the confidence levels to come back was equally pleasing for me. And if people don't know, there was a lot of work done on Saturday night, Tim. We got home, we were down in the dumps, and we had a WhatsApp call at 9:30 at night where we all got on the phone to each other, and there was one or two people feel really down in the dumps, and we just picked each other up. We had a drink together. It was a bit like the COVID days where we all got on the screens and we picked each other up, and we got a lot of things off our chest, and that's important for me that we do that as a group. And and then tonight they came in and they put on that performance, and I'm not going to single anybody out, because the staff, the players, the lads who didn't get changed tonight, everybody was rooting for the same goal tonight, and that was a victory and a bounce back, and the lads have done that. And for as a manager, I'm super proud of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first half was pretty much all FC in terms of attacking endeavour. They were really pinned back, and it was noticeable that I think they had the number 9 sort of floating around the centre circle a bit, but pretty much it was all us. It was a crazy way to score a goal, to be fair, because we'd had a few good chances before then. Basically, crosses coming in, not quite finding the man, and then a bit of good fortune for once.
I mean, brilliant from Guy. Spit the pass out, but like I said, Nick Bilardo likes playing at home. It's 2 from 2. That was a magical performance from him tonight. But his tireless work rate, gave Maxi a rest tonight. But Max did great when he come on. But listen, we played good football, and we got a really good applause when we went off at half time. And I said that to the lads that we're 1-0 up and we deserve to be 1-0 up. Now we're attacking the SMRE, and when we have a little bit of a wobble, maybe they'll suck us in, they'll roar us on. The main stand Paddock and them tonight we're on another level, and that helps us. And the lads have loved it. They loved. You could see tonight they're getting used to it. They're going in, they're doing their high fives with the fans now, and it's nice winning. It's nice, but also when you lose, you learn a lot. And don't think that we haven't been smart. And if anybody thinks that we've gone and had a good weekend, I've had the worst weekend of my life, it's kind of one of them. But for me, just pleased that we've got the win, And if we didn't get the win, pleased that we put on a good performance. So loads of character, loads of togetherness, the word that we put up on the board and we talk about. And, when it goes right, it's on them in there. They deserve the plaudits. So when it goes wrong, it's on me. And that will always be the case. But no, proud of him, Tim. Proud of him, and now we can go into the bank holiday weekend, a difficult bank holiday weekend, but with a bit of a bounce, and we can get in training and get ready for Macclesfield and Redcliffe.
Yeah, I mean, it was noticeable. I think you made 1 4 sub, which I believe is Donna's hamstring, unfortunately. So don't know how bad that is.
It's not gone. It's not gone. Precautionary. You felt it last Tuesday, so we just thought 45 minutes tonight was enough. But Luke Griffiths came on. You can turn around. You got Griff. He said, "Adonis, you're doing something right. You can surrender." Keno on 60. I thought it was a great 60 for his first 60 back. You can see the fans what they think of him. And Max Kane come on and did great. And then you can take Elliot Morris off, whose cards went tight, and you can bring young Keegan on, and you can hear the rapturous applause. But you look at Max and Keegan, the work rate and the energy. Special mention for Keegs. He's been out of the squad for 3 games, and look at his attitude. Stick around to be part of it. Come on tonight, earn his shirt. That's all you can ask for. It's all you can ask for. And now young Pav hasn't got in the squad, and we might have to look for Pav for a weekend. So we've got a good squad, but we know we're going to have to rotate and keep people on the toes. But 4 games in, 2 wins, 2 home wins. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, for people who weren't here tonight, it was so nice to see. Basically, you've got these youthful attackers who basically play without fear. I mean, Nick and King. Oh my God, that literally they get in the box and they're not thinking, right, who do I lay it off to? They're trying to do a trick and spin, and King got around the defender by doing an amazing sort of bit of skill on the ball, and it was just unfortunate there was no one there for him to pass the ball to. So you kind of got this bedrock of experience at the back, and then you've got these sort of forwards who basically don't fear.
And you can hear the fans, can't you?
Trying it.
Check Tiam down here. The fans are whooping every time. You've got Gail going the other way, and you got your front line doing that. But special mention, Charlie Ennis, Curtis Jones, Charlie Oliver. As a defensive quartet. I know they've got a triangle. They've got Patton behind that. But a triangle, the experience. Charlie's new to the club and maybe wobbled a little bit. Colossal performance. Curtis Jones, back-to-back games now. Charlie Ennis, wow, captain's performance, sat on the bench for the first 3 games. We know we've got to manage Charlie's legs. We know we've got to manage his minutes, but he wasn't letting that victory go tonight. He threw everything at that victory tonight, and I'm glad he's got man of the match. He fully deserves man of the match, but he could have gone to anyone, could have gone to anybody, and that just shows the real togetherness in that dressing room. And like I said, it doesn't guarantee we're going to win the next game or the next game or the next game, but what it has got shown, we've got this bounce back ability, we've got this hunger, we've got this desire, got a willingness to win, and people are right behind each other. They're behind me, I'm behind them, they're behind the staff are behind them. Everyone's together, and results don't just come, especially when you've got beat. You've got to do a lot of work mentally to get the squad right. And there's 1 or 2 people I think that are quick to criticise, and is it this, is it that? Well, if you know anything about football, you've got to do your homework and do due diligence and get yourselves ready. It's not all that happens on the football pitch; it's about what happens outside of that as well. So, but I'm proud of them, Tim, and I'm really happy tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just before we finish, I mean, I think the thing that I've noticed through all the games, even when we lost, was the fighting spirit and that just willingness to go right to the end. Even when basically the scoreline was against us, particularly Marine, they just kept digging in. And that was basically, I think, what pushed us over the line today.
If you know anything about the club, spend some hours here during the week and see the fantastic work that's going on. Come down on training nights, come down on match days, come and have a look at what's going on. We're in a really good position. And because of that, tonight's win is dedicated to everybody, because we've worked tirelessly from 10 o'clock this morning and since Saturday. That's everybody. Everything that the people don't see. So we win together, we lose together, but what we do is learn together, but we stay together. That's the key thing for me. We stay as a pack.
Yeah, and we need to do that, especially so on Saturday when we have Macclesfield here at Broadhurst Park.
We've got to do it for Macclesfield. We've got to do it for Radcliffe. We've got to do it game in, game out, and that's hard of a course for season. Can we be up for Macclesfield? They're going to be smart and they've got to beat tonight. But you know what? We'll be ready like we've been ready every game. And what we'll try and do is play our style of football and our brand of football. And, come the end of the 90 minutes, may the best team win. But, if we do lose, it won't be for the sake of not trying or doing the right things, but we've got to be optimistic after tonight. 3 points is 3 points. The best feeling for me in the world. And like I said, it's dedicated to everyone at the football club. Let's put it behind us now, train Thursday and get ready for the bank holiday weekend.
Congratulations, Chazzy, the FCM Radio Man of the Match, as sponsored by Joseph Holtz. What a tense game that was.
Yeah, it was, especially last, it felt like second half, but last 20 minutes, we knew that, we had to manage the game, we had to dig in. They're a good side, and we've got to give them a little bit of credit for that. And we managed the game well. We made good choices. We probably could have played a little bit better through the lines. I probably think we forced it the last 15-20 minutes. But the resilience and the competitiveness that the boys showed to hold on to the lead, and just I think it's a new tool that we've shown that we can hold on to leads. We can go and win 1-0, and so I was really, really pleased with the boys. I thought everyone to a man was tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, the first half, I think it was noticeable that FC were doing all the attacking at 10. They were sitting deep, playing on the break. Number 10 was trying to win free kicks here, there and everywhere. And we looked relatively comfortable, but we didn't take the easy chances. And then the chance that came was basically, it seems sort of like basically we've been stung by a couple of mistakes at the back. And we benefited this time, didn't we? Yeah.
I mean, that's just hats off to Nick for his resilience. I mean, I think he nearly got in early, about 15 minutes earlier. He had one very similar where he just. But yeah, I think, like you said, we was on the front foot for most of the first half. I think they were probably a little bit surprised in how good we were in possession. No disrespect to the teams that they've played so far, but they've obviously, been dominating the first 3 games. And I think the shoe was probably on the other foot today, and we probably caught them by surprise, which we knew we would do, because we've had some poor results, but we knew what we had in there. We knew that the goals we conceded we're not been getting carved open. So we was in control first half, and I think we took our chance. And even in the second half, the first 15-20 minutes, I felt that we were still on top. It was a little bit bitty, and then as we got towards the end, we knew we was holding on to the lead. But we still had chances at the end where we could have probably won it. I mean, Nick's hit the bar, and we've had a couple of half chances from mistakes. So we're not always going to go and dominate games of football for 90 minutes, but what we've got to start doing this season more than ever is winning games and managing games of football and understanding what it means to get 3 points on the board. And we did that brilliantly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you played a huge role in that because you're obviously sitting deep in midfield and just sort of like controlling play more than sort of like busting forward.
Yeah, I think that's what I've spoke to the manager in the summer, and I think that's something that he feels that I can add to the team, just with not just my experience but my positioning and also the distribution on the ball. So I like to think that I can definitely add that. I think with me, CJ and Charlie, I think we managed it quite well in the middle of the pitch there, and then we know that we've got so much energy at the top end of the pitch. We Jay and Elliot and Nick, Max, we've got legs, we've got youth, so we know that we can get teams on the break, and we've got quality in behind it. And I think we've got a good mixture this season, and I'm glad that we just got, after a couple of underperformances and poor results, I think now we've got a win now going into the big bank holiday weekend, and I think it's something that we needed and deserved.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously it would have been 3 defeats on the bounce would have been horrible going into a huge Macclesfield game. They've lost tonight, so basically they'll be smarting. It's all going to make for a fantastic game on Saturday.
Yeah, it just shows you that this league, especially early on in the season, I've said it over the last couple of seasons, you've seen Grantham and Hydes and Matlocks, 10 games in the top of the league, so, and then dropped off towards the back end of the season. So it just shows you that anybody early on can, it's quite a level playing field because everyone's full of energy. They've got, everyone's got the strongest squads out and everyone's normally available. We just need to manage periods of games. We have little tallies where we want to get so many points for so many games, and just keep hitting them little milestones. And come the end of the season, I feel like we're set a lot better to go and achieve what we want to achieve this season. We know what we want to achieve in there.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's been noticeable all through the games that we played, basically, despite the 2 defeats, the spirit in the camp and that keep going to the 95th, 96th minute today is never in doubt. Basically, heads never go down. Basically, win or lose. Basically, keep fighting till the end.
And I think that goes. The recruitment of the players has just shown that. I think Brian and Gaffer have recruited really well in the terms of the personality. We've always said it. The personality has to be right in this dressing room for this club as well. We need certain characters. And we've got that in abundance. We've got full of energy, lads that they'll leave everything. If you'd see the running stats that some of the boys are coming in with, it's phenomenal. So we know that we've got that, and we know we've also got quality. So over a course of a season, we will win plenty of games of football, and we've just got to keep going and keep digging in, and we just got to make sure we're consistent.
Well, because this is what it's all about. Today, your performance was sublime and consistent, and you're the FCM Radio, the man of the match. Congratulations.
Cheers, Tim. Thanks very much. Cheers, bud.